Oh, my man. What is happening? Cheddar, coming in hot with the donation. Oh my gosh. What's going on, everybody? So good to see you all. Haven't uploaded a video in a few days. Got super sick after NAM, which actually wasn't the Namthrax. Believe it or not, the Namthrax just weakened my immunity to the point that I came home to Florida and instantly just got demolished, ravaged by sickness. Happy Sports Ball Day to all of you. I thought I'd just hop on, see what's happening, see what everybody's doing for the game before all-time great Rob Gronkowski makes his mark on the world. So, of course, I've got the Patriots. Thanks! Check it out. New guitar, the Ed O'Brien Strat. Play some King Gizzard. No, I can't because this is a Radiohead guitar, which if you guys, I didn't even know about this until like a couple weeks ago. I'm probably gonna do, yeah, when I'm not getting sick after NAM. Probably gonna do a demo on this maybe at some point in the next week. It's got a built-in EBO, which is pretty awesome. So it's like unlimited sustain in the neck position, which is kind of like, so it's got a lot of different like cool tonal. A lot of different things you can do with this. So it's kind of cool. Huge Radiohead fan. Huge fan of Olympic White on Maple. Huge fan of unlimited Super Bowl Sunday sustain. But yeah, besides that, it's just kind of a cool guitar. So we sold the house that I was living in, everybody, which explains this new kind of setup I've got for this month only. Staying with the Plantation Shutter theme, I'm sure you'll all be happy to have a familiar aspect of it. But me and my brother got a house that closes on the 1st of March, so we might actually be in there before that, but we're gonna have a new studio coming soon, so I'm gonna be rocking that out, but still gonna try to make some cool, thank you very much, make some cool vids in the meantime. Got now that the sickness has passed, it's gonna be rocking, so heck yeah, everybody. I don't know if you guys watching the game tonight? Excited for the Maroon 5 halftime show, as we all are, I'm sure. I know I'm robbing CBS of incredible ratings, but I kind of wanted to ease you all into the supreme confidence of Tony Romo with my own brand of that kind of thing. Oh, excited to see the Saints win. Ouch. Hurts. Still hurts. I know. I felt sick watching that a couple weeks ago. I know. Oh, you got a lesson with Ian during the Maroon 5 halftime show. Might be switching over to the Puppy Bowl. That could be cool. Did Mexico pay for it? The Strat? I guess in a way. This is one of the more expensive Mexican-made Strats, I think. But still reasonably priced. Come on. What type of guitar would Tom Brady be? I feel like he'd probably be Gibson. Probably like, he'd probably be Les Paul, right? Definitely some kind of sunburst Les Paul from the 60s. Very expensive. SG? You think you'd be SG? When you come to the Bahamas? Man, that is a good place to start the world tour. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up. I was rocking out the beginning of the live feed. St. Vincent. I think this is probably going to be the next cover I do on the channel. Cheerleader, such a great song. Yeah, custom shop Les Paul, right? Yeah, I'm trying to make my mark by getting a bigger Nielsen score than the Super Bowl. So here we are. That's what's happening. What do you guys got? I mean, what, Patriots by 2.5? Is that what it's still at? Double strapped with strats. Yeah, No, girl's not visiting today, sadly. Kindred, I think, lives in Los Angeles now. So we'll see how long that lasts. She has officially flown the coop. But we'll see what's up. What's the halftime show for the live streams? Not sure yet. I'm watching the Puppy Bowl. I already told you guys. Come on. Oh man, thanks so much, Neville. If you didn't see it earlier, this is the Ed O'Brien Strat I got from Fender. I didn't get it for free, but I got it at a discount. Uncle Rash gets bored of her. Oh, Cheddar, miss you, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna do a full demo on this guitar probably in the next week or two. So, you know, there will be a Ed O'Brien Strat video coming. You got a Mexican Strat yesterday. Congratulations on the Super Bowl quarterback of guitar teachers. Yeah, you know, I kind of feel like a Super Bowl quarterback of guitar teachers. Which Super Bowl MVP would I be? I would like to think I'm the Brett Favre of Super Bowl winning quarterback guitar teachers. Bit of a gunslinger. You know? Suspect in his ways. Always a fun hang. Except without some of the other, do you like PRS? You know, I don't have a PRS. PRS had me as their guest at NAMM. NAMM was great, by the way. I only made the one video about NAMM. NAMM was awesome. I want to say what up to my NAMM squad. The best part about all that stuff is having like a squad. And when I say squad, I definitely mean my man Cheddar Kung Pao, who you see crushing it in the live chat right there. Samurai Guitar, who is my BFF bro for life. Adam Neely, Vlad from Capic Studios, Ross Campbell, the man. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, to mention, but like, the cool thing is the community there of the, you know, guitar YouTubers is pretty, like, it's pretty legit. Everybody's super nice. All the brands are super nice for the most part. And yeah, it's a good time. We were the top tier NAMM squad, Cheddar, you're right. Samurai's the best. Love that guy. There's gonna be a lot of Samurai and Sean stuff in the future at some point. I ran into Beato one time. There was kind of like a who's who, so to speak, get together. There were pictures on Instagram, but at that point, me and Samurai already booked it out of there because we had like a dinner thing to go to. And Beato was there again. Love Rick. Me and Rick get along famously. I didn't see him at NAMM, but he was at the hang, at the cool kids table, as we were kind of calling it. But yeah, Beato was there, looking like a $1,000,000 bucks, if I may say so. But yeah, NAMM was great. This is the Mexican-made guitar. Still waiting for some more sick bass videos. Yeah, I need. You know, I think. All right, so yeah, I'm in Guitar World. I heard it's page 65 in the new Guitar World. What did it say about me in Guitar World? I think, was it an interview from GitCon or something like that? Because there was one interview that I gave at GitCon that I thought was like pretty hilarious looking back on it. But I don't know if they used any of that. So I haven't read the Guitar World interview yet. I don't know if it's online or not, or if I have to like go find a actual copy of Guitar World, but you know, it's pretty cool. Hey, from Russia, respect your channel. Oh, thank you so much. What is your Red Hot Chili Pepper song? Can you play a bit of that song? My go-to is probably like... Now, the one thing I will say about this Strat is the neck pickup is different. It's not like a normal Strat. Like if you get in the bridge, it's a different type of thing. It's more meant for like atmospheric ambient stuff than like really. I mean, it still gets kind of. definitely spanky in the middle. But again, the thing about this is the sustainer. You know, I talked about being a bro. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? The bridge pickup is kind of telly. Well, it's a Seymour Duncan in the bridge. I think it's a Texas Special in the middle, and then it's this infinite sustainer Ebo thing in the neck, which is really cool with, again, just soundscape type stuff, which is what Ed O'Brien's kind of job is in Radiohead. There's different kind of, there's like a dirtier drive for the Ebo type thing. I call it an Ebo thing, I really shouldn't, but it's just kind of that. That effect. So if you notice, see, this is what's different. It's got the plate there and whatnot. So, cool guitar. I'm definitely kind of getting used to it still. It's got a big neck, chunky neck for sure, but you know. What's the most fun song to play, in my opinion? I'm going to say, for the sets that I had been doing with Kindred, my favorite song to play is Love Fool, because it's just like... I did a lesson on this on the channel, gosh, probably like 6 months ago. That's kind of a fun one to play because it's, you know, it's poppy, it's peppy. It's a good one to kind of mess around with. I should do my own halftime show, yeah. Is Kindred gonna give me a cut for sending her to Stardom? Yeah, oh, of course. Oh, that... The Kindred Sean bond is solid. Trust me, don't worry. There will be more Kindred and Sean just because she's living in LA for the time being. I don't know. I think I might start going out there a little bit more, but yeah. What's up, fam? That's what's happening. Yeah, so don't worry about it. How do you start playing guitar again after not playing for 2 years? Just pick it up, learn some songs, get a looper pedal, just do your thing, you know? Chandred, wow, that's beautiful. I'll tell her that you said that. I've been playing really like a lot more fingerstyle as of late for some reason. PRS S2 Custom 24 made in the USA. Great guitar, awesome guitar. Especially something that, you know, some of the other PRS stuff is like really expensive. Reasonably priced, solid guitar. If you watch my Dragonfly video, I did the solo on that one and I tracked that just because it was kind of like the smoothest playing because I was borrowing a friend's PRS S2 at the time, so that was cool. Have you at least scheduled a rehearsal with Kindred? Yeah, sure. Okay. How do you stay so fit and handsome into your late 20s? Well, that was a question for a few years ago in my very first YouTube video, and it's all about clean living. Oh, Nadia, talking about Nadia. Yeah, Nadia, you know what? Nadia, if you're watching out there, who got my Sean Daniel Inspiration Award, she just got out of surgery. Sending well wishes to Nadia, my future wife. And, you know, I think she's gonna make an appearance on the channel at some point this year. So everybody look forward to that. And then go harp on her to get her on over here because it's awesome. Do you ever watch Steve Terryberry's Turning 30 video? No, I have not. Dragon Tally or Silver Sky? Dragon Tally, come on. Do you not even watch the channel? Of course the Dragon Tally. Yeah, so congratulations on your PRSS too. Awesome guitar. Absolutely awesome guitar. So, you know. Do I ever busk? You know, not really. I don't know, I think I've kind of talked a little bit about it. The city that I live in, the busking is kind of like competitive, and it's just kind of like it's not a cool scene. Like people get mad at you if you're like in their spot. This is like some loony buskers out there. So yeah, not really a busker. You enjoy the band Fishbone? I do not know Fishbone. Beautiful. Have you ever recorded hardware like Tascam DP3? Okay, I don't know what that model is, but the first actual recording interface I got, like legit one, was a Tascam 2488, which was awesome, changed my life. Incredible piece of machinery for the value, especially back then. And it was the board with like the CD burner built into it, and you could do so much with it. That probably more than anything else made me a better musician, because I really couldn't use that thing the way it was supposed to be used. So I would have to like track everything all the way through, which is probably how you should be able to do it anyways. And I think that really kind of like helped with my timing, rocking that Tascam 2488. So, you know. Hey, alright, first of all, I love John Mayer. I've been having a lot of John Mayer conversations recently. But what up, Alan? Yeah, love John Mayer. Let's just not get crazy, as I think everybody can admit. Favorite musical artist right now? You know what? I've been listening to a lot of Suzanne Sunfor. I think I did a listening homework to her. Yeah, the White Foxes video from listening homework, I think last QA. I missed last week because I was sick. But yeah, Suzanne Sunfor, awesome. Great synth music, cool songwriting. I've been getting more into the synth stuff. Again, don't worry. If you see some synth videos pop up, don't worry. The guitar spirit is strong, and it always will be. But alright, now this neck pickup actually sounds. Now it's nasty. Oh, I love it. Have you heard of Mrs. Smith? Yes, Mrs. Smith. Interesting, awesome player. If you guys don't know Mrs. Smith, just YouTube Mrs. Smith guitar. You'll be very interested in, you know, what you see. A little bit on the Steel Panther corner, but there's plenty of room. I'm always gonna go Satchel first from Steel Panther, but you know, that's what's up. No, I have not played a Silver Sky because I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm sorry. Something about an all-white Strat and a maple neck is so pleasant, right? My first this is kind of nostalgic for me, because my first Strat looked like this. Had a different neck. Tuners are different. Again, this is the Ed O'Brien signature. It's got the Sustainiac, so the pickups are different than like a regular Mexican Strat. It is a Mexican-made Strat, but tuners, come on. These are the only Fender tuners to get, by the way. The ones that come in from the top. Oh, it's the best. The best. Static? Is it staticky? Oh, the static. Yeah, I can't tell if it's the mic or whatever. I generally always kind of have YouTube sound issues. I should probably start doing that that one software thing that you can kind of get stuff differently. Any plans on playing sitar? No, probably not. But I would be open to getting that Electro Harmonics pedal. Thinking of getting a delay pedal. Any suggestions? Well, you know, it depends on what you're looking for and what your price is. The Strymon Timeline is definitely the one, but it's got a learning curve. I really, really like that Walrus Audio ARP 87. Ed O'Brien, Radiohead. I'll keep saying it. I don't care how many times I have to say it because I love Radiohead. But I like the Walrus ARP 87 delay. I also have an MXR carbon copy just because it's classic. That was the first one I ever got. Super simple to use. Sounds great. But yeah, those are the ones I have personal experience with. And I know they're all good. So you can't go wrong with any of those. And a looper. So please just kill yourself. Please kill yourself. Is that what that means? Am I reading that right? Looper. I use the Pigtronics Infinity Looper. Love that thing. It's happening rich, but that is kind of pricey. So really, when in doubt, go with the Ditto. Is kind of what I say. I'm not in the new place yet. I am staying at some friend's house until the house closes. That me and my bro will be moving into. Does the new Strat ride? That is a great question. See, because the other, my main Strat, the Sherwood Green one, is kind of an emerald green. So, you know, whatever. What is your favorite amp? Mesa 545 Express. That's what's up. However, I did have a good conversation with the people at Orange Amps, and they might be trying to get me into like an Orange Amp, which I'm totally down for. Love Orange Amps. Never owned an Orange Amp, but Justin rocks. What does Justin have? I forget what Justin plays, but he's got an Orange Amp. Do you use Logic Pro? Yes, I do. When improvising, how do you like to start your solos? Minor pentatonic, always. All right, so let's be basic and say we're in A minor, right? Best place to start any solo is this right here, right there. That's it. Hit either that, the 7th fret on the D string, whatever, you know, if you're a B minor, do that, or end it on end the first phrase that you're starting with, 5th fret on the G string. Right there. Just get into that. Get into the meaty part of that pentatonic shape. Double stop around. Anywhere in here is where I start generally a lot of my solos, or bending up into like a something like that, right? So that right there is just a D bent to an E. Again, even if it's in E minor or something, take whatever the root is and bend into that root note. That's always a great way to start a solo. But it all depends, you know. So the neck feels like a Clapton signature. Never played a Clapton signature, but maybe. The neck, it's big. It feels a lot like my 62 reissue. And that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, this actually kind of feels bigger than the 62. So I don't have huge hands, but I have probably bigger than average hands. So it feels good to me, but it doesn't feel as good as my Music Man, Albert Lee, which to me, that's kind of like my home neck. Actually, I don't want to say home neck. I want to say that's my best neck, but the Strat neck is my home neck. Even though like there's stuff I can't play on the Strat as fluidly as I can play on the Albert Lee, I still feel kind of like more at home on a Strat neck. So, you know, it's cool. Sounds great. Do you play Taylor's new V-Class guitars at NAMM? No, I played one guitar at NAMM, and it was the Acoustasonic, because I was trying to create guitar face. Thank you. The Acoustasonic was the only guitar I played at NAMM. I'm pretty sure. Cheddar, can you back me up on that? I don't think I played anything else. My guitar face, I think I do a thing where I tuck my lower lip in. This. Concentrate like. Kind of like a lip tuck. So it's kind of a guitar face in and of itself, but it also stops me from making an embarrassing guitar face in the future, which I think is kind of important. So that's kind of what I settled on. Does life even have a meaning? Yeah, of course it has a meaning. Friggin' have a good time with your buds. Be good to each other. Come on. And believe in Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, the true heroes of the modern day. Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady's definitely like a Les Paul, I guess. Or maybe he's a PRS. Maybe he's like a custom 24. I don't know. Maybe he's a Silver Sky. Is there a guitar you refuse to play? Yeah, Silver Sky. Absolutely. Hey, again, Patriots, I totally understand the Patriots. Hey, I'm a Bears fan, okay? So let's not bring up that stuff. Shout out to your bird Sylvester. What up, Sly? Sly the bird. Alright, so if you've written a song in E minor, but you want to change into a Phrygian scale for a few bars of a solo, or change the feel, what would you do? So, you know, E minor Phrygian, you could just add that minor second. So like if you're in E minor, you could still switch to E, add that kind of F. So I guess, I don't know, an example would just be start playing something in E minor and then adding a bunch of Fs, like. I guess, so that's kind of like a rhythm way though. But I guess solo-wise, if I was talking kind of about that same thing that I was doing before, where you like bend into that E, you can kind of like maybe, that sounded awful, maybe start using more F notes in that. So, I guess that's not something I do a lot, but I would focus more on finding an E and then hammering and then back to the E, right? So like if you're here, or that's a good way. Okay, here's my answer to that question after I've just mumbled about it for a second, is let's take this E right here, the 9th fret on the G string, and then the 10th fret. This will be like our spot, right? 9 to 10 to 9 on the G string. We'll do something in E minor pentatonic first. And then just kind of go back and forth to it. That kind of gives a Phrygian vibe, I suppose. Gotta go. Chatter. See you later, buddy. Have fun watching the game if that's what you're doing. If not, it's all good. Why do I not enjoy the silver sky? Well, my friends, I go into that in great detail in a video on YouTube called "The Silver Sky is Evil Changed My Mind." Check that out, because my thoughts on it are kind of complicated, but I think it holds up, you know? And yes, it does kind of look like the Hendrix Woodstock Strat. Yeah. Would you consider making a video about Blur? Yes, I have. I think I might have done a riff deconstruction on Beetlebum, which nobody watched. So check that out, because love Blur. Also, speaking of Blur, being sick, I finally got around to watching the Oasis documentary, Supersonic. Incredible watch. Even though like the Manchester accents are so thick, it's kind of hard to understand what they're saying, because it's kind of like oral history for the most part. But great documentary about Oasis, Supersonic. It's on Netflix. I think is how I ended up watching it, so that's pretty cool. Ooh, my D'Angelico or my Strat? Just subbed. Welcome to the party, Quentin. Man, that's tough, because I really love that D'Angelico. If I had to keep one, I would keep the Strat just because it's sentimental. But like if I had to like play one for, like if I just needed one for like a project, I'd probably pick the Deluxe Atlantic, just because like it's versatile and it's creamy and you can do really whatever you want. Or the Strat is just like a great Strat. That's what's cool about those Deluxe Atlantics, is they don't sound like Deluxe Atlantics, they just sound like a really versatile guitar with like the push-pull, coil taps and stuff like that, so. Never really played the Ibanez Super Strat stuff. I do not play or own a Les Paul. Where will we be playing this weekend? I'm not playing anywhere this week. I'll be at Classico next weekend, Sunday night. But since it's Super Bowl Sunday, I got the night off. Want to leave a thumbs up and say hi. Thank you, Ben. Thanks for swinging in and saying what's up. How are you doing? A quick question. What is the difference between 4/4 with triplet eighth notes and 12/8 with 3/8 notes per beat? I don't really know. 3/8, 12/8. I'm trying to visualize your question because I'm not really understanding it. Not that you said it wrong, is that I don't really think in notation like that, because I suck at reading music. Like I barely read music, and even saying that I read music is like kind of a stretch. But you know, whatever. Your first solo gig is poolside at a hotel in Palm Springs this weekend. Any advice? Oh, Keith the guitar guy, man, congratulations. That's gonna be exciting. You know what, really, my best advice is to mind your tempo, because at a new gig, at a new place, there's always a tendency to rush, in my experience. And a lot of times you like blow through a set list way faster than before. So especially a chill venue like that poolside, always just remind yourself your tempo. Take enough time between songs where you really just kind of get it. Maybe even start off slower than you feel you need to and ramp up into it. And again, this is depending on, you know, if you're playing solo. Obviously, if you're in an outfit, you have to go with the tempo of the band. But yeah, really just mind your tempo and just try to enjoy yourself, because if I've learned anything from playing all these live gigs, if the performer is enjoying themselves, the audience is way more likely to enjoy themselves and enjoy the performance. You know, I've played with a lot of different dynamics of like singers, some of them obviously enjoying themselves, some of them really seeming like they don't want to be there, and always the best gigs are the ones where you're just kind of having fun yourself. So mind your tempo. We all kind of have a tendency to rush. Keep it chill, and then just, you know, take your time, have a good time, right? That's what's up. Love Gun by Kiss. Do not know. I don't know any Kiss songs. What's my favorite Joe Satriani song? Surfing with the Alien, aka the only title of a Joe Satriani song that I actually know. But I did know one, so that is technically a correct answer. What did that say? What up, Barry? Good to see ya. When you're soloing, do you play the chord first and then the solo part, or do you play the solo part first after the corresponding chord? Okay, so I think what you're talking about is maybe like, you know, do you start with a chord tone? Like if, you know, you're just gonna solo something in A minor, right? You know, if that's just kind of what you're jumping into, do you play A minor first? If that counts as a solo, that's like a chord first, right? That's kind of a different way to do it. I slide into a chord tone. Sometimes, like I said before, it's the root of it, or sometimes it's kind of like the third or something of it. I'm a fan. Now that I'm thinking about what I do most of the time is, I think I slide into double stops more. Now that my brain has had time to process that question from 20 minutes ago, as I've just been moving my mouth, sometimes making sense and rambling. I think what I do is like I'll start off with double stops, and even if it's not double stops, maybe like that's a great way to start a solo. That's something that Stitch does a lot too. Is you know, again, if it's an A major, he's a major solo guy. He'll like hit that major third to the root a lot. That's something that I find myself doing in minor chords, and then I kind of end up on the minor third of it a lot, and then double stop through it. If that makes sense, you know? Yeah, I bet I probably would enjoy Satch's less shreddy songs, for sure. There's so much music out there. It's, you know, it's daunting sometimes. Teach us some jazzy chord. Most underrated guitar solo ever. I Could Have Lied from Frusciante, I guess. Stitch! My man! This is not the new land we write. Well, I mean, Ian, you can come right here whenever you want. I got the setup. But, man, Ian, miss you so much, buddy. Miss you at NAMM. I was representing. I was telling everybody about your legend. Have you seen, Stitch, have you seen the New Rider documentary where we're putting the violin part over your song? You probably hasn't even seen it. I'm feeling better. I don't sound great. I'm coughing, but I feel a lot better. Man, you guys, when I was moving out of the old house, I had to move most of my stuff into storage for like a month. Shout out to my buddy Brian Molnar for hooking me up with a nice storage thing. That was the hardest day of my life. I'd just gotten back from NAMM. I had not slept. I'm ravaged by this flu. Peak sickness. Had to move under the gun, get everything out in one day. It was awful, but I did it because that's what riders do. They freaking ride, and I rided. I rode. I ride. The riding was done. Yeah. Oh, sick. Literally. Yeah. Ken is not okay. Sean is not okay right now. Good to see you, Ken. My man. But yeah, you know, I'm better. Do you take guitar lessons or guitar coach from someone? No, I don't. I mean, not officially, but I take guitar lessons from all the players that I listen to, which is a beautiful thing about it, you know? Favorite YouTube channels? You know, I don't watch a lot of YouTube other than Stitch's channel, of course. Teach me how to improvise. I've never seen James. Daryl Braun, I've seen a couple videos of his. Seems cool. A lot of bright colors on that channel, as I recall. Seems like a good guy. Again, Samurai. Samurai Guitar's my guy. Watch his videos. Neely. I try to watch Adam Neely's videos. Sometimes I challenge myself to make it all the way through to make it seem like I'm smarter. Neely has a great job of making interesting videos about things I would not think that I'm even interested in. But that's why he just does such a great job on his channel, because it's like stuff that I really don't even care about, but it's still interesting for me to watch. So, yeah, that's cool. The best guitarist ever, in my opinion? Man, I don't know. Elliott Smith is my favorite guitarist. Yeah, I stock just kind of say Jimi Hendrix is the best guitarist ever. But what does that even mean? I feel like the better that you get at guitar, it's like the best means something a lot different than maybe it does in certain things. My favorite mode is Lydian. Signals Music Theory Studio. I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know exactly what that is. Sunrise on Monday here, Western Aussie. Man, I gotta come to Australia. I was listening to, I couldn't sleep last night, so I was listening to like 5 hours of NBA podcasts, and one of them was Dirk Nowitzki on the Low Post on Zach Lowe, and he was talking about traveling through Australia in the off season, and I'm like, I gotta go do that. Yeah. Late to the party, New White Strat, yes it is. Radiohead, Ed O'Brien's signature. One more time with the Sustainiac. That's not feedback you're hearing. That is the infinite sustain from this neck pickup that just causes all of these. I'll listen. Oh my gosh. Oh. There it is. Doesn't add a lot to the sustain. The cool thing is like harmonic stuff you can do. Like if you just like hit that and like sustain it. Especially with like through pedals. I had a chance to run it through the pedal board real quick before I like broke it down. If you know anything about Ed O'Brien and Radiohead, like he's kind of like the lesser talked about guitarist from them, but you know, it's great. Know any pirate songs? Not really, other than the one in my cartoon. Are there any songs that I play incorrectly because the correct way isn't the correct way and the original artist was wrong? That's a great question, actually. I have to think about that. Maybe I'll put that on the QA, because I feel like there are. Like, there's songs that I play wrong. I mean, pretty much every song that I play that is a cover is wrong. But, yeah, songs that I play correctly because the original artist did it wrong. Obviously, it's a weird question, but I'm pretty sure that there are. Let's see. What? Love of My Life by Queen. If so, dedicated to Alex T. You're a boss. I'll look into it. Queen acoustic is kind of a tall order. Which, speaking of that, I was thinking of that because we saw Stevie Wonder at NAMM, right? Like, living legend. And I remember me and Allie were trying to do a Stevie Wonder song once, and I was like, look at all these chords. Like, Stevie Wonder songs are, like, difficult to, like, pull off an acoustic arrangement of. But, you know, whatever. How do you know so many pretty girls? Just lucky. That's all I can say. Stevie ain't blind. Hashtag Stevie ain't blind. Is that a conspiracy theory out there? What is my favorite Muse song? Ooh. Knights of Sidonia. I love how I had to think about that, and I was like, no, obviously it's Knights of Sidonia. So what is my second favorite Muse song, which is the real question because Knights of Sidonia was like my favorite song, would probably be Stockholm Syndrome. Plug-in Baby. Oh, that's not with a sustain. I don't know, something. It's the same thing messes me up. If I had to choose between getting a Schecter and a Jackson, probably a Schecter. Just because I have a Schecter. I have a Schecter Hellraiser, and I like it a lot. I actually keep it at one of my students' house because he's just kind of doing his thing. How's the Rider album coming along? It's coming along great. On semi-hiatus because I don't have my rig totally set up. I'm kind of running off a laptop right now, but making it work. And also really getting into some new software from East West Studios that they hooked me up with, which you're going to see a video on very soon that is going to be hilarious. But the Rider album is coming along great. Also, Ian, if you're still there, I wrote the nursery rhyme thing we were talking about. So that's done. Are you okay with pineapple on pizza? I wasn't always, but I am now. Now it's got to be vegan pizza, but I'm okay with it. I wouldn't choose it, but it's not sacrilege, like some people say. Love Mark Knopfler. It's Knopfler? How do you say Mark Knopfler's last name? How do you enunciate that? I don't know. Haven't gone back to Bed Bath & Beyond since the demo. A little scared to show my face. For those of you who may not have seen that. Not Knopfler? Okay. Alright, cool. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Oh man, thanks so much, Fall Nostalgia. Why did you become a vegan? Kindred, 100%. But why did I stay a vegan? That's the real question. Because I had some really bad basketball injuries that I had dealt with for most of my adult life. They caused me to like really have to tape my feet and do like all sorts of stuff, considering weird surgeries because I could not get my feet right. Tried everything, lived with it for a solid decade, started causing me knee problems, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Started kicking it with Kindred. She's super vegan, like outgoing vegan. She turned me very quickly, and within 48 hours, all my injuries were just magically healed, which was like an absolute miracle to me. Again, not pushing on everybody. It's not for everybody. I think everybody's bodies are different. But for me, it had a drastic and instant effect going hardcore vegan all of a sudden. Changes in everything, sleep, whatever, energy, was totally and instantly apparent to me, and it has stayed that way, and I haven't really cheated or like messed with it. Again, it's not for everybody. Everybody's bodies are different, but if maybe you are having some kind of health thing and you want to try something different, try it. What's the worst that could happen? Try it for a week. You know what I mean? Like it's doing it right with getting enough beans and protein. It's a pretty low, effort thing to try. Again, it's not easy for everybody. Easy for me to say because I kind of just roll solo. Like if you're with a family and everybody's kind of doing one thing, it's totally hard. But again, it's my story. It's kind of a hot button topic. It's almost political to a certain degree. But yeah, I rock the V, and probably will for life. And I'm a fan. It's worked for me. Try it out if it's something that you're interested in. For the animals. But do it for you. Make sure it's for you. That's what's up. That's the advice that I can give. It's getting close to kickoff, everybody. I think I might go see what's up. Go see what my vegan appetizers are. By the way, I just got to give a shout out to my brother, Paul W. Daniel from Paul's Planet. If you don't know what Paul's Planet is, do a search on that. Because he's the man. He ran a half marathon this morning, made a personal best time, and then came to basketball and played basketball with us for like 2 hours, which is pretty impressive. And now he's probably gonna like prepare some amazing Super Bowl appetizers. Paul Daniel is the man. How many hours a day do I practice? That's kind of hard to say anymore because recently I've been playing a lot of shows, so I almost kind of like see the shows like the 3-hour shows as like my practice. So I don't really practice a whole lot anymore, which kind of sucks, but that's just kind of like the nature of it. Now, the thing I make sure to do is when I'm playing live stuff, I try to do things differently, so it is beneficial instead of just getting into like muscle memory and just kind of like just zoning out. So it's hard to say how many. I don't set aside a certain amount of time to practice every day, like, you know, maybe I did a while ago. But I definitely have a guitar in my hand a lot of the time, so, you know. Where's my bird tonight? Flown the coop. You play ball today? Yeah, nice. Very cool, Ryder. Yeah, I was balling, but you know, I don't really play any solo shows. I feel like if I wanted to do solo shows, I'd want to do it all original music. And I mean, I could in this town. The town I live in, Sarasota, Florida, isn't really super supportive of original music like maybe other towns are. It's really more of a covers city, and it's not that I couldn't do, you know, 2.5 hours of covers. Like I could, but it's just not, that kind of thing isn't like fun for me. The fun thing about the duo shows that I do is like, you know, I'm kind of just hanging out with one of my friends and we're kind of jamming together, and there's like an energy exchange. I feel like if I was gigging more around here doing covers, that would be a very energy-sucking thing for me. And the cool thing about, you know, what I've been lucky enough to do and what I'm going to continue doing, even now Kindred's in LA, I'll be performing with like Cindy more, and then hopefully get Andrea back in the game. And yeah, so I'm going to keep that train rolling for sure, just because it's a fun, like I said, it inspires and gives me more energy than it takes. Whereas playing like a set like that, if I was just by myself, and then kind of having to like roll off banter to nobody, that would be kind of an exhaustive thing for me to do, and it wouldn't be as much fun. And again, the venues here wouldn't even, you know, like that as much. So I think in the future I'll probably do something solo, maybe like a mini tour. I think I might kind of jump on. I've got some friends of mine who are in a pretty big band that might do like kind of like an American tour at some point that I might jump on as an opener or something. So it'll probably happen someday. But right now I'm just kind of cool making music, releasing it on the internet, and then as far as like the performance stuff, just keeping it like, you know, small group. Also, we've got probably some cool band stuff coming out. I would say within the next few months. The Emerald Riders are my #1 priority right now. Getting that done. Ian, let's make this happen, please. But after that, I got another project that I've been working with Cindy and some other potential guys in town that are really monster players that I think is going to go over really well. That we might do like a little tour or something of that. But it's kind of my solo thing. But definitely, I think like I don't know if it'd be an acoustic show or like maybe like a solo live looping multi-instrumental thing of originals would be cool. And yeah, kind of like you're saying, I could probably do more originals in Tampa. I actually had a conversation with the owner of Janice Live, which is like a huge venue out there, and he said just to pick a band and I could like open for him. So at some point, I think I might just start doing that a little bit more. And like I said, Tampa and St. Pete is a place to do it. But yeah, Emerald Riders will be a full album. There is a story behind it. It'll be interesting to see how much of the story comes through in the lyrics and the songs. I don't know what I'll do if there's going to be any kind of companion thing to it. But the story's pretty much written. Now it's more just kind of like fleshing out the rest of the songs. And I'm excited about it, so I think it's going to be pretty cool. So definitely thanks for all the support on the Emerald Riders stuff. Something that kind of started out as like a joke, and really just, I think is something that has a lot of promise and is super fun. So, you know, thank you. Thank you so much. Gigging anywhere on St. Paddy's Day weekend. That's one of the things I might be actually in St. Pete for. So nothing solid yet, but we'll see. I mean, I generally play every weekend in town here somewhere. Usually 1 or 2 nights a week, but we'll see what's going on. Has me think of Primus and their last. You know, I haven't heard the last Primus album. Is that the one they were touring with the Willy Wonka thing, or was that or am I way behind the times on that? I haven't really been up on my Primus stuff as of late, but great band for sure. And it wouldn't be surprising that the Emerald Riders share a little something with Les Claypool and the gang. That's way behind. Yeah, I had a feeling it was. I'm still kind of suffering that. By the way, I haven't slept in. Well, what time is it? It's probably like 5, 6 right now. 11. 24. It's been 30 hours since I've slept. I powered. I just couldn't sleep last night. I started messing around with the software stuff. I just couldn't sleep. I think it's one of those things that, like, I've been laid up, being sick, and again, haven't posted a video on the channel in a week, which is very unusual for me. And it was one of those things where I had no energy for so long, and I was just like taking it super easy, just because I couldn't do anything. Like I watched movies, which was like I haven't done that in forever, and I came back from it. Like, once I finally got over the sickness, now I'm just kind of congested and cough or whatever, but, like, my energy's back. And my energy came back, like, at once. And I was so not tired from just sitting around all day doing nothing that I just stayed up all night until basketball this morning. And then just, ran around. And now it's Super Bowl, so I'm not going to go to sleep for a while. But anyways, on that note, if you guys are watching the game, hopefully it'll be a good one. I think it has potential to definitely be a good one. If you're not watching the game, that's totally cool. Do your thing. Enjoy the empty streets out there. But, for better or worse, it's usually an entertaining several hours. And hopefully it's a good game. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks again for all the support. I'm getting everything. Ed O'Brien Strat review or demo. Probably a demo is more likely. Coming soon. Got some pretty funny video ideas also coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Again, thank you so much for being here. Love all you guys, and I will talk to you all soon. There will be Emerald Riders